Okay, this video is for Carissa-hoe. You're very misinformed about a lot of things. I think one of the things is that you haven't done your research right. You're very confused about sexuality, I think. Because, well, basically, ovaries were never called testicles. I don't know where you got that from, but to be honest, you shouldn't even be saying that. No one in their right mind would ever say that. I mean, I think you're very confused about the private parts of bodies. But anyway, moving on. This is about women's rights activists or whatever. Well, personally, I think women do need to have their own rights. I mean, many years ago, women didn't have the right to vote, and I'm okay with you being against whatever your beliefs or whatever, but you can't push your beliefs onto someone else. You can't disagree with people. That's your opinion, and yeah, your opinion counts to yourself, but it may not count to other people. It doesn't count to me, and you've been called by a sexist prick, I think. And I watched that video. I think someone named M. Yeah, I think you've got like serious issues with yourself. I think there's something wrong with you, because you wouldn't even have rights. You wouldn't be able to have the right to wear your clothes the way you are, or to get your hair done like that. Yeah, the role was to stay at home, but no one's ruined it. In fact, they've made it actually better for you. I mean, you have the choice to live your own lifestyle within like the rules of law and society, and a lot of women didn't have that sort of, that sort of lifestyle. They didn't have the right to choose what sort of life they had to lead, and a lot of people on YouTube are correct. If a woman got raped, someone would they would blame the woman, basically. And I got that from Cat117. I think I watched the videos. Watched quite a lot of her videos actually, and yeah, she's very right actually. And no, they didn't have to go out and do what they wanted to do. They didn't even have a right to an education. The only thing they would possibly be doing is being a housewife. The only time they ever had jobs was during World War II and One. I'm not sure about one. I'm not sure because I don't look up much of history on World War One, but I'm definitely sure they had to take over the male roles of jobs, and yeah, sure, women. Well, a lot of women did have to make themselves defiant. For an example, the suffragettes were protesting the right to vote, and a lot of women now in our time fight for the rights of other women because they think it is wrong to subjugate or make people think that men have a higher priority than women, and women never had to make things complicated. The only thing that makes this whole run complicated is you make things complicated because you think that you know, that women shouldn't have the right to do their own thing. You know, women do have the right to do their own thing. They have the choice to do their own thing. And what I think you don't understand is, like, how lucky you actually are. I mean, you have the right to dress the way you want, be who you are, because of other people in history. I don't think you appreciate what people have given you, and yeah, basically, because you're psycho blood. No, I'm just joking, but really, you shouldn't be saying stuff like that. You should be saying, well, not not that I'm against you living that lifestyle, because you can do whatever you want with your life. I mean, you can mess it up the way you want to, because women have the right to have every right to be as work, to be anything they want in with careers. I mean, you wouldn't have the right to do anything if it was the same as if we were in the same society as back then. And you should be lucky that you'd you have the right to do all those things, because you know you're just very wrong, and you don't really have a brain, so you fail. Yeah. Well, I did also did some research on this, on women's rights, and I think you should read it as well, or like research into it. Women's rights are the entitlements and freedoms claimed for women and girls of all ages in many societies. In some places, these rights are institutionalized or supported by law, local custom, and behavior, whereas in others they may be ignored or suppressed. They differ from the broader notions of human rights through the claims of an inherent historical and traditional bias against the exercise of rights by women and girls in favor of men and boys. Issues commonly associated with notions of women's rights include, though are not limited to, the right of bodily bodily integrity and autonomy, to vote, suffrage, yeah, the suffragettes, to hold public office, to work, to fair wages or equal pay, to own property, to education, to serve in the military or be conscripted, to enter into illegal contracts, and to have martial, parental, and religious rights. So, yeah, you should basically, you know, that's what you're up against. If you think that's wrong, then you're basically retarded, because what's it saying there that women, that women basically are trying to get the right for you to do basically what you want to do. I mean, a lot of what you've said in your video is very wrong. I think you said something about um, putting some duct tape on a woman and telling them to get naked. Um, that's it's kind of stereotypical, because you're just showing that women don't have. That's all women amount to. You're just showing that's all women amount to, because they don't. They don't. Not all women can cook. Some women can. Some women can't. But that's how women are. But anyway, just to finish off this video, I'm making a few music tracks from Logic, so I'll be making a few new videos in the next couple of weeks. So watch out for them. Bye.